The response of the ugliest woman in the world. Imagine finding a YouTube video giving you the title of the ugliest woman in the world. This happened to Lizzie Velasquez when she was just 17. Today, in September 2015, he is 25 years old. Lizzie Velasquez was born with a rare disease that still has no name. The disease prevents her from gaining weight, no matter how much she eats. Only 2 other people in the world has the same disease. So far, Velasquez found that the video has had 4 million views, and a barrage of nasty comments and criticism. His parents gave them time to grieve and then encouraged her to respond with positivity instead of negativity. When he was born, 6 weeks ahead of schedule, Lizzie weighed less than a kilo and the doctors had no good prospects for their parents. The doctor told the parents if the girl survives, she could not gain weight and hardly speak, would walk or do anything that expects a child or a healthy adult does. Against all the prospect of a miserable life, Lizzie did not die, though his weight has never crossed the 30 kilos and she lost the right eye and part of the left 9 years ago. Someone posted on the internet a video of 9 halves with a photo of Lizzie Velasquez and gave him the title of the ugliest woman in the world. At the time she was only 13. The video quickly went viral. Genetic problems should never count as a source of prejudice of the people, as it is never possible to avoid them or correct them. After Velasquez video discovery graduated from college, he is the author of 3 books and his passionate profession of motivational speaker against moral harassment and bullying. Velasquez gained celebrity status after she gave a statement in 2013 on TV Ted Austin Women program entitled "How Do You Define?", which is one of the highest viewing video from TED Talk channel of all time. His message impacted and continues to multiply with the launch of High Road, an anti-bullying documentary that explores their physical and emotional journey. The film was released in the fall of 2015. Ultimately, Velasquez wants to use the documentary as a call for people to join and make the online world a more positive place, and show people that there is a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to bullying. Here Lizzie Velasquez responds to the author of the video in which it appears. Many people have made me the same question many times. If you had the opportunity to meet the person who posted the sad video about you, what would you tell him? My answers could vary between wanting to shout "Why do I?" until you come to say that I would give him a big hug and thank you for becoming one of the greatest blessings in my life. If I had to say something after that, I would be speechless. I believe with all my soul that you and I were destined to cross our lives. See, I do not know where you are, what your age, let alone what their gender. After all, this information is irrelevant, but what I do know is that you have changed not only my life but also the lives of many people around the world. I do not know what motivated him to post my video at 13 years of age, much less the reason why you give it a title so strong. I do not know what was going on in his life, nor was his group of friends who encouraged him to publish the video, but I want you to know what was happening to me when I found that video accidentally. I was a 17-year-old in high school, and desperately wanted only one thing in life: to be accepted. Being a teenager and fit into a group, this phase of life is not easy. Add to that, have a totally different look from the other colleagues, and then I go on stage. There have been many ups and downs in my life, and I will not sugarcoat it by saying that when I found your video, I was not upset. Each time I thought I should be beautiful, or that would finally be accepted by people, or maybe this syndrome was not so bad. All these ideas faded, so I found your post. I read thousands of comments on the video, desperately trying to find at least one to defend me. Do I found some? No, I'm not saying this to make you feel guilty. I just want to alert you to the fact that in the day you posted the video, probably thought I would never find. Please believe me when I say that to find the video at first I stared at him like a curse. However, little did I know that in fact, he was one of the greatest blessings in disguise I ever had in my life. We will exchange our roles for a second. Let's say you do not have any idea who I am or where I come from. Say you're struggling to acquire self-confidence during his teenage years, and one day find a video that I posted about you. I just posted a video with a title quite offensive, but did not do any of insulting comments. Will you forgive me? And would simply upset with people who said the world would be a better place without you? I could go on talking about the flood of things that happened after I found the video, as well as all other people who felt hurt by it, but that would be just a waste of our valuable time. Instead, I would like you to know that I have forgiven you and all the people who suggested that I commit suicide. I know these words are too harsh. Even typing them is hard enough. With the help of my faith, my family and my friends, I was able to help feeling totally alien to somehow be able to turn our first date into something that can help give hope to anyone who has been bullied on the internet. Using the word victim here is quite difficult for me because that word does not define me. I am someone who allowed someone else to come into his life, and this did not occur precisely in the easiest way. I found that often people hurt each other, not because they want to hurt them, but because they themselves have been very hurt. If this is your case, hope you have found a way to express their own pain without causing suffering anyone else. Let's fast forward these 9 years since you and me met. This is where I want to tell you, thank you. I face all the things I do and every person I meet as the large puzzle pieces that is my life. Our piece was one of the hardest. I did not know exactly where it fit, but I knew she had her place. His piece perfectly fitted in place when I realized that the video you posted was the fuel that fed my strength. Your video took me to the bottom, but over time, it made me much stronger than I could ever have imagined. His actions have guided me in my process of learning to get up and come out on top, time after time. All this brings me back to the question at first. If you had the opportunity to meet the person who posted the sad video about you, which likely would you tell him? My answer now would be quite simple. You are responsible for initiating this change in my life. I guess it's true when people say that we all have an inner leader. However absurd that my words appear, thank you for being the leader that I did not know I needed so badly. Now, it's time to reap the rewards. A filmmaker, Sarah Hirschford, brought Lizzie the opportunity to make a documentary about their history, showing how it is possible to win over people who do bullying inhabiting the internet and the hallways of schools. The Brave Heart. The Lizzie Velasquez story was launched on the 25th of September 2015 in the United States and intends to prove to young people and adults, although his censure, which is 13 years, that joke in such cases leads nowhere.